Making it out of Philly can be tough. With so many off the field distractions, even the most disciplined of kids can slip up. There's pressure to stand out and not be a statistic. Pressure from family who want to see you make it. Pressure from peers who hope you fail. Now you add in sharing a last name with arguably the most popular player to ever play in your city, and the average man will probably crumble. This is Justin Dawkins, no relation to Brian. Lifetime Philly native, senior at Philadelphia High School. He comes from a blue-collar family, and while he lacks football pedigree, he has the work ethic necessary to make him one of Philly's greats. As an emerging senior on the team, Dawkins has been asked to reprise his role as an Ironman athlete, playing both free safety and wide receiver. Dawkins is no stranger to playing all over the field, having taken snaps at corner and wide receiver over the past few seasons. People close to him says his preference is to just play safety because he personally wants to master the position, playing a brand of smash mouth football his idol was known for, quieting the critics in the process. But he's willing to do anything to help his team win in any way he can. He'll get plenty chances to prove that this season, as Philly High strives for their first state championship in school history. Can Dawkins cement his legacy? Can his name become synonymous with the Eagles' legend? Will this great pressure turn coal into diamonds, or pulverize rock into dust? This is his story. Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your favorite pilot, Conscious Buddha, and we are back with a new video today. And if you heard that Oscar-worthy intro, this is a new series, A Road to Glory, for Justin Dawkins of Philly High. Now, he doesn't have much experience at safety, only playing it for half a season last year, and coach came up to him and says he needs him to fill in again and suit up at wide receiver due to some key injuries on the offense. This will be Justin's first time playing Ironman football since JV his sophomore year. He'll have his work cut out for him too, as expectations are high, not only for him, but for the team, as Philly High is coming off of a semifinals loss just a year ago. Dawkins will come into the season as a one-star prospect due to his limited playing time at both positions. Will the Dawkins name give him some luck? His family seem to believe the superstition, and it's shown in the college choices he made to begin the year, listing Weapon X's alma mater Clemson as a stretch school. He'll also look at Colorado to play under Coach Deion's tutelage, as well as Temple, as Philly High is a pipeline school for the Owls. Despite his lack of on-the-field experience, Justin hasn't even considered the possibility of not landing any big free safety scholarships, but reports say he's open to playing on either side of the ball at the next level. But first, he's got to get this monkey off his back and bring a title to Philly High. We start our senior season off at home against Carbondale High, and we will immediately shake off the rust and get back into the swing of this Ironman football thing by taking our first grab of the season into the end zone for a touchdown. We haven't played receiver in over 2 years, but just like that, we show off our soft hands and our ability to get open on routes and make the easy grab to give Philly the early 7-0 lead. We will prove to be a lot more rusty on defense, however, by biting on the play action fake and letting our opponent get open for a 36-yard completion on second down. These woes will continue as we bite on another play action fake and let the receiver get open across the middle for another big gain. We will get a little redemption though as we read the run play and come up to make a big hit. We will need to make big plays like this if we want any of the big colleges to take us seriously as a defensive prospect at the next level. We were feeling ourselves after a couple tackles, and we bit on the bubble screen here, and we let the receiver get wide open over the top for a touchdown, letting Carbondale High back into this game. We will more than make up for it though, taking the ball here and making this beautiful run after the catch and getting into the end zone scot-free for the touchdown for our second score of the game. And just like that, we're proving our skill at wide receiver is much better than any of the experts expected, as we put on a clinic in the first half with 2 scores. Later in the third quarter, we were settling on defense, making the read on the QB option, and laying the boomstick on the quarterback. And we will wrap up today's performance, getting open on the curl route, making the grab, spinning out of trouble, and scampering down the field for a 50-yard gain before getting tackled at the 1-yard line. We wrap up the day with a huge game at wide receiver, and although we were pretty average at free safety, we discovered after the game that we had garnered the attention of Toledo at both positions. Moving on to game 2, we find ourselves at home against Berwick High School. We start this game off with a bang, as we will field the kick, pick up some key blocks, and we will scamper down the left sideline totally untouched for a huge 96-yard kick return for a touchdown, our first of the season. Our aerial dominance will continue as we make the clean catch on the corner route, and the only thing stopping the touchdown was us stumbling over the defender that we had just cooked. Coach might have been on to something with this Iron Man football thing. We finally started getting the hang of the free safety position as we played perfect defense on this possession, locking down every receiver just for a guy to leap to the back of the end zone and get open on the grab. We will make up for our coverage issues by being active in the run game and converging on this second down run play. The defense will continue their dominance on the day, getting the pressure to the quarterback and making the sack, ending this next possession. And with the game already out of reach, we will field the punt here late in the fourth quarter, and we will find space down the right sideline, and we will pick up a huge gain, almost getting it to the end zone. We'd wrap up another big day at wide receiver and another subpar day at free safety. But despite that, we would pick up the attention of the Ohio Bobcats at free safety and the Buffalo Bulls at wide receiver. Going into our third game, we know we need to be aggressive on defense as we run up and help out on the sack here on second down. The very next play, we read the crossing route perfectly, but we don't get there in enough time to break up the pass, letting up the first down. We remain aggressive on first and goal as we read the run play and come up with a big tackle for a loss. Down by 2 scores, we know our team needs us to make a play, and we get open here for the touchdown to make it a 7-point game. We begin the third quarter down by 3, and we know we need a big-time play to change the tide here, and we will field the kickoff and take it down the left sideline, untouched, all the way to the end zone, avoiding this last tackler for the 94-yard kick return touchdown. And we are proving that we are just as dangerous returning the ball as we are receiving it. Late in the fourth quarter, we want to keep up the pressure as we make a big hit on the tight end near the first down marker. And I gotta say, at this point, we gotta be turning heads with our open field tackling ability as we come up and absolutely lay the lumber on this larger receiver with a hit straight from a Brian Dawkins highlight reel. We continue to showcase our skill by popping the slot receiver coming across the middle. No easy yards. We'd wrap up our biggest day yet at safety, and in the process, we would grab the attention of Cincinnati at both free safety and wide receiver. Coming into the fourth game, we want to leave our mark on the game early, getting open on this post route, breaking a tackle, and getting all the way down to the 1-yard line for a 44-yard gain. We were on the same page with quarterback Steve Merker all night as he finds us on the slant, and we break open to the open field for a 37-yard pickup. Our defense didn't make us work hard at all as they were there to break up pass lanes all day, forcing turnovers like this one and giving us a ton of opportunities to score on offense. And score we would as Steve Merker finds us on the slant route for the easy 8-yard touchdown grab. The rest of the game will be a party in the backfield for our defense as we pick up a sack and on the very next play, a tackle for a loss on the running back to snuff out any comeback attempt. And these numbers are looking gaudy as we put up one of our best receiving totals of the season. It's looking like we'll be suiting up at wideout at the next level as we only get 2 tackles at free safety. But our play must have been enough as we grab the attention of Temple University, the first school from our college list. Nearing the halfway point, we realized we got to start making some big plays at safety if we're going to get any serious offers. Meadville comes out in 3rd and 4. And even though we're playing perfect defense here, our cornerback gets caught out of position and lets up the corner route, and that goes for a touchdown, and Meadville goes up by 7. They will come out and abuse that corner route again, catching our linebacker out of position, and we are livid. We are livid that our defense is giving up this many plays. But we will get it back here, 1st and 10, as they go for that out route again, and this time our nickel corner makes the interception and gets a big return, giving us an opportunity to get right back in this ball game. And we will do just that as we come in motion on the bubble screen, make the catch, and follow our blockers all the way into the end zone for 6. We'd finally get a chance to leave our mark on this game late in the second quarter as we read this run play perfectly, but a late block pushes us out of the play and we give up the first down. Getting frustrated, we get another chance later in the drive and we read it perfectly, but another late block pushes out the play and we give up yet another first down. This time around, we hit the hole too high and we get punched in the face, letting up another first down. Our defense will hold it down though, getting the big sack here, giving us the opportunity to get right back into the game. Early in the fourth, we'd finally get on the board with our first tackle with a big hit on the receiver coming across the middle. And up by 7, they would get greedy and go for it here, and we will make the biggest play of the season by getting the interception on the out route. And this is just instinct right here. Killer instinct, as they hit us with the same out route they've been hitting us with all game, but we make the read and we get the interception for our first for the season. And we'd be feeling ourselves here on 2nd and 8, roaming the deep hash, and we almost come up with our second interception of the game. And with Meadville playing for overtime, we would come and make the big tackle for a loss to send the game into extra minutes. After scoring first and stopping them on 4th down, we will pick up the victory and our closest win of the season, and it was all sparked by this play right here, big time interception to get us back in the game. And we are finally getting some respect on our names at free safety as we move to a 2-star caliber recruit, as the scholarships pour in for wide receiver, and we get our first top 25 school looking at us at free safety. Sitting at 5-0, we go on the road against 0-5 Drexel Hill and what should be an easy victory, but we know it starts with us in the deep third, roaming around at safety, and we come up and make the big hit on the quarterback scrambling out of the pocket. And you can just tell that we're getting more comfortable back there roaming that deep third as we float around, follow the crossing route across the middle, and come up and hit the scrambling QB. Our good fortunes will continue as we see the quarterback drop back, scramble out of the pocket, and get caught on his lineman, giving us enough time to come across the field and decleat him with the big sack, our first of the season. But the good times wouldn't end there. Fielding the punt at the 19, we take it to the right sideline, outrunning some of the defenders, bob and weaving past a couple more as we make our way all the way down inside the 20 for a 64-yard return. We'd be able to heat it up on offense too, as the play action pass by Steve Ncaa finds us in the end zone as we sky up over 2 defenders for the touchdown. Looking to put this game away early, we will come out on 1st down, run a quick out route, make the grab, make a man miss, break a tackle, get upfield, but then get stripped inside the 5, turn the ball over, giving Drexel Hill a chance to get back into the game. But we will crush those hopes quickly with a big hit on 3rd and 2 to bring up 4th down. And proving to be the X factor that we've been proven to be all season, we will field the punt, bob and weave, make some men miss, and get down inside the 30 for a 25-yard gain. Finally feeling like we got our mojo back on defense, we will come up and decleat the running back for a 3-yard tackle for loss. And it's really looking scary out here as we will come up with another drive-ending tackle on the running back once again, and we're really feeling it now. Steve Ncaa will find us in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, and we put this one out of reach for good. And we wrap up another respectable game at free safety, and these recruiting points are finally getting to a decent, manageable total for the season. And just like that, we secure our first scholarships at free safety from Toledo and the Ohio Bobcats. And now we got West Virginia looking at us as free safety. And our coach told us that we should only consider schools that are willing to recruit us at both positions. So we will go ahead and get the nod from West Virginia at receiver as well. Sitting at 6-0, we host Horsham High School. And we know we got to come out here and put on a big show for the fans. And we get right to work. Coming down here, 2nd and goal, and we will get the touchdown grab off the play action, our second score of the first quarter. We'd come out and immediately get our hands dirty on defense, tracking down the running back and tackling for a big loss. And showing why the scouts love us so much as an Ironman athlete, we come out on the next offensive possession on 4th and 3, get open down the field, make a man miss, and scoot all the way inside the 5-yard line. We continue to make plays on defense, including this big tackle to bring up 4th down, as well as this tackle that prevents the potential touchdown in this QB run late in the 3rd quarter. But honestly, it was the defense that made our job super easy today with plays like this, bringing up big drive-ending sacks. And while we had a pretty pedestrian day at free safety, we put up yet another ridiculous stat line at wide receiver, moving to a 4-star recruit. And just like that, Cincinnati and Temple give us scholarships at free safety, and Ohio State, Michigan, and West Virginia finally give us the nod at wide receiver. We will move into this next game against Penn Hills High at 7-0, making slight work of this schedule, looking to finish off the year strong. And we will make good on that goal right away, filling the gap and forcing the fumble on the running back Johnson. And those comparisons are starting to make a lot more sense now, as we have come into our own in this defense, making the big play, forcing the fumble, sticking it to the running back. And that wouldn't be all, as we come right back out on the next drive, filling the box, reading the sweep play, and we will force yet another fumble, and this time it will be returned for a touchdown. The big hits will continue as we come out on 2nd and 7, read the read option, and we pummel Justin Jones, bringing up 3rd down. We find ourselves down in this game, but we get a big play from our strong safety, getting the interception, breaking a tackle, and getting a big return down the left sideline, making it all the way inside the 5, setting up another score. Back on top, and Justin Jones is looking for his guy, and he is leveled. We make the big play, and each day we are looking more and more like a prime time safety. We'll get rewarded for this by beating our matchup off the line and getting into the end zone for another touchdown. At 8-0, with 1 game left in the regular season, we put on our best performance at safety, getting 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles, and yet another solid output at wide receiver. And it is looking more and more like a possibility that we will be able to play free safety at the next level as we get the scholarship from Coach Prime, and we will also finally get the attention of Weapon X's alma mater, Clemson, as well as Notre Dame and Wake Forest. And as a 3-star prospect, it's looking like a high possibility that we can play defense in college. We come in at home against Springfield High, and we look to make a splash early with a big hit on the running back, Mark Roberts. Coming up, we read the counter play, and we're in there for another big tackle on Mark Roberts after a 3-yard gain. They go for it on 4th and 3, and yet again, we're there for the stop, this time behind the line, forcing a turnover on downs. This team wouldn't quit though, as they read the corner route perfectly and get the interception late in the 2nd quarter to try and get back in this game. And Greg Bennett does just that for Springfield, finding a gap and getting wide open in the back of the end zone for the easy touchdown grab. But as the leader on this team, we weren't going to stand for that, as we find a seam on 3rd and 11, break 2 tackles, and we will run all the way down the sideline untouched, diving in for the touchdown to extend our lead. Showing up, making big plays, and we would continue on the defensive side of the ball, reading the QB run and coming in and popping them. And our stock at free safety is rising and rising. We are ever closer to realizing our dream of being able to play free safety at the next level as we make the big stuff there. And there's no doubt in my mind that the big time college programs are taking notice to what's going on here in Philly and our defensive play and how we've helped lead our team to this point, undefeated so far this season. But it's not just safety they have to look out for, because we have quietly become one of the top receivers in the entire nation because of plays like this. Back of the end zone, toe tap, and it's easy, and our receiving numbers this year are gaudy. They are gaudy. And just like that, we'll wrap up an undefeated season, going a perfect 9-0. And it turns out Coach's Iron Man experiment would pan out better than expected, as it's turned us into a highly sought after prospect. We came into the year as nothing more than a utility player at a small inner city school. Now we're grabbing the attention of some of the biggest schools in the nation. And the question has to be asked, where will we play our college ball? Will we stay local and play at Temple and continue building our legacy as a hometown hero? Will we go to Boulder and study under Coach Dion? Will we seek out that Clemson scholarship to continue following in Brian Dawkins' footsteps? Will we even play safety? Does receiver give us our best chance of potentially going pro? Will we even be satisfied as stepping away from defense in favor of offense? All of these questions will have to wait to be answered as Philly charges into the playoffs as the #1 seed, looking to finally get that elusive championship. We appreciate you guys for checking out this video. I'm trying my hand at a more narrative documentary type style recording for these series. Sound off in the comments where you think we should go to school. And as always, until next time, you know the drill. Stay safe, stay conscious. I'm out of here. Peace.